Hello. Alrighty. So, busy weekend. Like I said last time, I had drill this weekend, so we're gonna talk about that. I'm very sore at the moment. We'll get over all the, and I'm definitely gonna talk about New York Rangers for a little while because they've been on a heater recently. Um, if they beat the Kings tonight, they're a wagon officially. Um, they're playing the Kings tonight, by the way, at MSG. So this will be Panarin's first game back. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to see that. But we've got, what did I do? I think the last thing I talked about. Ooh, I got some good records actually that I did. First things first, I think I skipped some last time. I did "When I Am God" by O Sleeper. I did another O Sleeper. I did "Son of the Morning" by O Sleeper. O Sleeper is really good. I actually found O Sleeper from a Haste the Day record. There was a video you can find on YouTube. It's like a DVD, and it's split into like 6 parts. It's called. It's also the album on Spotify, but it is called "Haste the Day" versus "Haste the Day," and it's got Jimmy Ryan and it's got Stephen Keach on it. So that's why it's called that. Because that's the 2 lead singers, and they're both on it. And the bassist Mike Murphy, who also does a song, in that record he sings it, or not in the record, but on the, well, yeah, I guess the record, on the video he sings one of the songs too. He's great, by the way. I love Mike Murphy. But anyway, he was wearing a T-shirt. It's like a, and when I saw it, I didn't know what it was, but it's like a pentagram, but the 2 points are gone, so it's just the bottom 3. And I never knew what that was, but I saw a comment on the YouTube channel on the video, and it said, "Oh, look at Mike Murphy, or look at the bassist." I don't know if they said his name or not. Look at his T-shirt. He's got an O Sleeper T-shirt on, and so I immediately looked up O Sleeper after that. This is a long time ago, but I just never really listened to them. But then I listened to both of those records, and it comes from the second record, "Son of the Morning." That's the album cover, and it's really good. I love both of them very much. Micah, the lead singer, is like the coolest guy ever. I really, really like O Sleeper a lot, so definitely check out O Sleeper. Great Christian metalcore band. Really fun, so definitely check them out. And then I did another For Today record called Immortal, which is easily their best one so far. I like Breaker or whatever it's called. I like all of them. I like every record I've heard from them. But Immortal is definitely my favorite that I've heard. That's like, it is fantastic, and it has like Sonny from POD on it. It's got a bunch of features, and it's really, really good. So definitely check that one out too. For Today in general is just the best. Like Solid State, really any Solid State, any Face Down, any Tooth and Nail, any Capital Christian, any of those groups, any of those albums are good. But I really like For Today. They're easily one of my favorites. I'd put For Today up there with like Haste Today, like in terms of just my favorites. Oh, Sleeper's really good though. They're getting close. If I listen to more of their stuff, they might end up taking. And War of Ages, I gotta check War of Ages out, bro. Because I heard a song by War of Ages. I was like going through a bunch of For Today music videos last night, and I listened to one of theirs because I tried to listen to the one like their first album, and I wasn't huge on it. Like it was okay, but I really didn't listen to it that much. Destroy the Runner's good too, but I was like, this is only all right. And when I listened to that video, it's like way later down the line. It's like 8 years after the first album. Their sound evolved a lot, and it sounded a lot better. And I was like, I might have to check this junk out because it sounds really good. For Today's the same way. Their first album kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. Portraits is decent. Breaker is really good. Immortal is really good, and I'm assuming their next one is gonna be even better. The one with like, "It's the Blind Leading the Blind," whatever the heck that one's called. That song on it. 2014, that one. So yeah, I'm assuming that'll be even better. That's their most popular one, I think. So I'm excited about that. But great stuff. Fourth Day is great. Then I did I Swear by Inhale Exhale as well, which Inhale Exhale is also really really good. I have a great time listening to them every time I do it. I like them a lot. I don't really know a lot about their band, to be honest with you, but I like them. I like them. They're good. It's a good album. I think it's probably. I think the first one's better, but it's not bad at all. Like the what is it called? The Lost, the Sick, and the Sacred. I think that's better than I Swear, but I still like I Swear a lot. I really do. Um, then I guess after that, that's pretty much all I've done since the last one I did is listen to some records, and I watched some hockey, but we'll talk about that later. Um, we'll get into the rain. I guess I could talk about the Rangers right now, and then we'll get into the drill at the end of this one. Um, let's see. So since we talked, I think the last one I did, New York and Philly. They had a crazy run. They beat Philly on the 9th. They beat Calgary Flames on the 10th with a Lafreniere hat trick, by the way. Like, Lafreniere is cooking right now. You love to see it. They beat Winnipeg on the 12th. Like, just destroyed Connor Hellebuyck. It's crazy. The fact that they did Hellebuyck that dirty. And then they beat Minnesota on the 14th. They've won 4 in a row, bro. And then I watched Montreal and Anaheim. They lost, unfortunately, but that's whatever. Last night, they lost against Anaheim in the third period. But overall, that was so sloppy. What a terrible game, by the way. My word. Like, Matheson looked bad out there, bro. And I like Matheson. I really do. Their defense, Carrier and, like, Jack-Eye, just all of them, it looked so bad out there. It was rough, man. They need some better they need a better blue line, bro, because it just Lane Hudson can't do everything, you know what I'm saying? Which he was moving out there, so it was like Demi Dov, you know, what do you expect? Anyway, on to New York though. Completely wrecked Toronto, completely wrecked Philly, completely wrecked Calgary and Winnipeg. And then they beat Minnesota like 4-2. And that game was really fun. I think that game against Minnesota is one of my favorite games this season. The Dallas game where they came back in overtime and won it is definitely my favorite. I think it was Will Cooley got a goal with an empty net with like a minute left, and then they won in overtime. That was my favorite game of the season. And that was at the point where we needed points, and we literally beat Dallas. It was crazy. But that didn't last, obviously. But it was a great game against Minnesota. I really enjoyed it. Tempers were flaring. It was really fun. And we won the game. So, heck yeah. But I'm telling you, that first line, bro, with Mika Zibanejad, Gabe Perreault, and Alexis Lafreniere is crazy. And Mike Sullivan does not need to break that lineup ever. Like, we need that next season, bro. Like, I think, do not put JT Miller back on the first line, bro. Don't do it. I really like Ty Cartier and Noah Waba together too, man. They're going crazy right now. It's just been a really good time. Like, everybody just feels like they're gelling right now. It feels like there's a really good atmosphere in the locker room right now too. We got Shesty back. We got Foxy back. It's just good. It's good stuff. And I'm having a lot of fun watching games right now. So I'm hoping that they keep it up. I really want to beat the Kings tonight. That would be great. I'd love to see Panarin score, but just like, you know, Carson Soucy did this season, that would be funny just to see Panarin score tonight. But we need to beat the Kings tonight. We need it. We got a ton of home games coming up for the rest of the year, and I hope that the rest of this month as well. And I hope that we start winning games at home. We've been winning a lot of games. Like, yeah, I want Gavin McKenna. Of course I do. But at the same time, we've been cooking. And I would rather win games for the rest of the season and have a better vibe in the locker room and better chemistry with the boys than Hemlosh too, the second goal, than lose and tank and get McKenna. I'm just being honest. Like, yeah, I want McKenna, But at the same time, we know Vancouver is going to get McKenna. So, like, anyway. But, yeah. So, I've been having a ton of fun watching Rangers games recently. I think this is the most fun I've had watching Rangers games all year. I mean, they've been bad all year, and this has been the best stretch they've had, and I'm hoping that they keep it up because, yeah. I told you, bro. I told you that by 2030 we're gonna have a cup run, bro. I told you, bro. Because we got the established dudes, and we got a ton of young guys coming up right now. Like, I'm not saying we're like have ridiculous depth. We don't. We couldn't win a cup next year, which is not gonna happen. Even if we made the playoffs, we would just lose. But I'm just saying that we're doing something right now. We're cooking, so I'm excited. Anyway, we'll get on to drill now. So, Saturday, I woke up at like 6 o'clock, took a shower. I drove up to Greenwood. I don't know what the unit's called, but I know that they're the Delta Dogs. I know that, like, the sergeant or the, whoever would be like, attention, and then you'd have to go, Delta Dogs, whoo, like that. And so we did that a lot. And if you didn't do it loud enough, they'd make you, do push-ups or whatever, which we did a lot. But, yeah, I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. And I'm very sore, but I had a great time, and I'm actually really looking forward to going back because it just feels good to be doing something. You know what I mean? It feels good to be, like, doing something that matters and, like, testing myself. You know what I mean? Because, like, and that's the thing. I'm about to get into, I just need to get into crazy shape. Like, if I can just, I'm literally about to start running as much as possible. Like, lifting, I'm barely gonna lift the rest of this month, the rest of next month. Like, that junk ain't doing nothing. I just need to do as many push-ups as possible, as many planks as possible, as many, like, run as much as possible, and then it's gonna be so much easier to drill. And I know basic is gonna be so much easier if I'm just in good shape. Like, if I have really good cardio, because my legs are destroyed from running. We ran a lot the last 2 days, and my legs are cooked. So I know that if I just start running more, I'm going to be good. Like, if I'm able to run long distances and it doesn't affect me, it's going to be so much easier to get through this. Like, because that's all they can do is just make you work out. So if you can do it, it's not even going to be difficult. I feel like that's the hardest part of it. Obviously, I have not been yet. I've been to 2 drills. That's it. But that's just what I've kind of noticed from my first experience. Now in April, it's going to be crazy because I got to go down to Hattiesburg for 3 days, and we're going to be staying in bunks, like 40 people, and it's going to be like the closest thing to basic you can get, apparently. So we're going to be doing obstacle junk and shooting airsoft guns at each other and junk. I'm not really looking forward to that because I've never even held a gun in my whole life. But yeah, we're going to see what that's like. Hold up. My dang recruiter is really messaging me right now asking about it as I speak. Anyway, my old recruiter, actually. I technically have a new one now, but because he's just closer to me. He's at the one in Greenwood, so yeah. Anyway, shout out Edwards. But we actually had a really good chat about, like, Jesus and my testimony and everything. It was nice. Me and him. And then he actually ended up doing, like, a devotion thingy. And I was kind of, like, able to say something to everybody, which is nice. Because I didn't really participate in Sunday's thingy because it was just kind of like a bunch of nonsense. Like, they were playing, like, dodgeball and junk, and I was good on that. Well, just for the beginning part anyway. They did a lot more after that, but I didn't really participate in that. So while they were doing that, I was, like, chatting with bro. And then, but Saturday, it was just a lot of exercise and junk. Crawling around on the ground and whatnot. But, yeah. So, a lot of standing information. a lot of yelling, but shower drill, right? Like all that. But yeah. So I'm very sore. Oh, and then like Saturday or Sunday, um, one of the dudes, I don't know who, we still don't know. This is after we cleaned the bathroom and everything. They put like some paper towel in the urinal or something, and then Sergeant Clark found it, and then he made all of us get out of the formation and go outside and run until somebody admitted it. And it was rough. But and then like you had to immediately go back in there and stand in formation for like 30 minutes. I really feel the sweat like running my back, bro. It was rough. My legs are just destroyed right now. Like I had to drive to school today, you know, it was hard. But anyway. Yeah. But I'm excited. I really am. I just gotta get into crazy shape. I'm gonna start running as much as I possibly can. And like, if I do that, I feel like it's gonna be so much easier than it was this time. I feel like next month, if I just really work hard on getting my cardio up and endurance up, and like, cause like the push-ups were easy for me. That wasn't a problem. It was just all the running that was rough for me. But everything else was easy. Like the push-ups and all the other workouts they made us do, those were no problem for me at all. I was able to do those with no problem. But it was just all the running that was rough for me. So I just need to work on running and doing that. Because I've never really done that before. I kind of just do step-ups and stuff. Like Bob Backlund told me to do. If you know, you know. But, yeah. Anyway, that's about it for now. I got to go to some camp thing for my summer mission trip the end of the month. And then I got to go to my next drill beginning of April. So we'll talk about all that junk eventually. If anything else comes up before then, I'll talk about it. But at the moment, I haven't really done too much except for what I just told you about. So that's about it. But yeah, looking forward to the Rangers Kings tonight. And that's about all. I love you. Jesus loves you. You're great. You're awesome. And you're worthy of love. We're not deserving of love, but we're worthy of love because of what Jesus did at the cross. We are worthy of it. And just because something isn't number one in your life doesn't mean it's not important, right? Like, other things are important, right? And it's okay to like things that aren't important, you know? Because, like, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to focus on one thing and that's all. But everything underneath that is also important, even if it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If it's important to you, it's important, right? Like, yeah. Now, it shouldn't be number one in your life, right? Your relationship with Jesus Christ should be number one in your life. But your job, your relationships, your whatever, your hobbies, they're still important, but they shouldn't be number one. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Peace. Deuces.